Hey guys, welcome back. Today on the Side Front Tractor, I'm going to be fixing this hole in the fuel tank. This tank assembly is quite pricey. I don't want to just throw this whole thing away just because of this small hole. It kind of melted here a little bit, but I think it's intact, pretty strong. The only spot that's leaking is that hole, obviously. So I'm going to patch that. First, I have to prep this whole area, sand it down, clean it, make sure there's no diesel fuel on it right now, and then put this tank weld patch on there. When I picked up the tractor, there was a stick shoved in the fuel tank, probably to stop the leak. More than likely, this made the hole bigger, but it's not going to be a problem. I'll still be able to patch it. While I had this in the garage, I didn't want this stinking up the house smelling like diesel, so I ended up putting several layers of duct tape over this just while I finished taking this apart and worked on it. Once the duct tape's off, I'm going to take some brake and part cleaner, spray down the fuel tank and sand it, trying to get all the residue from the duct tape as well as the diesel, everything off so that it's a nice clean plastic surface. And then you'll want to scuff up the surface a little bit too to help the patch bond with the fuel tank. I'd recommend, if the fuel tank is easy to remove, definitely remove it in order to patch. It'll make this a lot easier. Then you can easily drain the fuel tank and everything. This one was pretty difficult to remove, so I just skipped it. I have just a little bit of diesel fuel left in this tank. Most of it has leaked out at this point, and so I'll end up just flushing out this fuel system once I'm ready to start this up for the first time, because this hole has been in that fuel tank for a few weeks outside, so there's probably moisture in this fuel tank. I'll need to flush it out anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Now I'm removing the fuel gauge, and that's just to give me access to the back side of that hole. Later on, you'll want to be able to flatten that out and make sure it's sealing from both ends. Now I'm ready to start mixing the patch together, and this is like a two-part putty. As you mix it together, it will start activating. You know what? No, I'm getting gloves. After changing my mind real quick and grabbing some gloves, I'm going to mix this until the color is consistent. There's no variations in it. You'll even start heating up and telling you basically that it's starting to activate. So you'll want to start spreading that on the fuel tank before it starts to set up. I'm gonna end up using this entire patch on this fuel tank, but what I'm doing is starting with small pieces and making sure I press it really hard into the plastic tank, making sure that it bonds well. And then once I have a base layer set, I'll come back and basically slap the entire patch over top, smooth it out, and make it look as good as I can. It's a different color than the fuel tank, but I want to try to smooth it out and make it look pretty decent. Now I can just barely reach, but I'm going to smooth out the inside of the hole and create a patch on the inside as well. I wasn't able to scuff this up or clean it on the inside, so I don't know how well it will actually stick, but it definitely will keep that patch from pulling away from the tank and popping out. The putty's starting to harden now, but I'm going to do just a little bit more smoothing out to make it look a little better. Now the patch is finished. I'm going to go ahead and start putting everything back together and putting the fuel gauge back into the tank. I'll let this set up overnight, but by the morning this should be hard enough to start using, no problem. And it looks pretty decent. This is all going to be covered up anyway, so I'm happy with how this turned out. It's sealed completely. If anyone's interested, I'm planning to create a video if this fails. If it doesn't, it saves me a whole bunch of money. But if it fails in a few years, I'll give you guys an update video showing you that, and then just replacing the tank at that point if I have any issues. But from the research I've done, it seems like this patch works really well, and this isn't coming in contact with anything other than some slight vibrations while the tractor's running. So this patch should last many years, and I may not ever even need to replace it. So that's what I'm hoping, and I'll let you guys know if that works out. Alright guys, that just about finishes up this video. Here's the finished patch. It looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. If you're interested in seeing the next video in this process of fixing up this half-baked tractor, I'll be fixing the bent bumper in the next video, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and let me know down in the comment section how you think this tractor is going to turn out.